you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Mukhtar Qasim. A quick reminder, Global Television is on DSTV, channel 365, on StarTimes, channel 276. And now, the news in details. The federal government, through the Office of the National Security Advisor, has graduated over 7,000 newly recruited forest guards from 7 frontline states to strengthen security and protect Nigeria's forests from criminal exploitation. This development followed successful completion of a 3-month intensive training program under the Presidential Forest Guards Initiative, launched by President Bola Tinubu in May 2025. The deployment was contained in a statement by Rabiu Ibrahim, Special Assistant on Media to the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris. According to the statement shared on the ministry's X handle, the program was designed to strengthen Nigeria's internal security architecture by denying terrorists, bandits, kidnappers, and other criminal groups sanctuary within forested regions and had to retain terrains. In another development, the Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak has warned that terrorists and kidnappers operating in the state must leave immediately or face destruction, saying the government is deploying all available resources to protect residents. This is as the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, said the federal government was determined to reclaim territories overtaken by criminal elements, assuring Nigerians that terrorism would be defeated. Ribadu, in a statement, announced the graduation of 7,000 forest guards, said the new personnel would support other security agencies, gather intelligence, and help protect communities vulnerable to attacks. Still on security matters, Kebbi State has bolstered its security framework with the graduation of 819 National Forest Guards trained to protect forest reserves and curb criminal activities. The guards completed an intensive 9-week training program in Kalugo local government area, focusing on early warning systems, patrol operations, ambush tactics, and handling of AK-47 rifles. Their training was jointly supervised by the Department of State Services, DSS, the Nigeria Police Force, and the military, reflecting a coordinated security effort. Now, 74 candidates of the People's Democratic Party in the forthcoming Federal Capital Territory Area Council elections are facing possible disqualifications following unresolved leadership crisis within the party. This comes as the Labour Party has been completely shut out of the polls, having presented no candidate on the final list released by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) on September 22, 2025. With the area council elections scheduled for February 21, 2026, INEC documents show that out of the 16 registered political parties, only the Labour Party currently has no candidate cleared for the exercise. Still talking politics, a former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, is set to formally join the African Democratic Congress (ADC) amidst ongoing consultations ahead of the 2027 general elections. A principal official of the party in Abuja said Obi had concluded plans to join the party and hold a declaration rally in Enugu State, the political capital of the Southeast, on December 31st. According to the official, Obi's supporters and loyalists have begun arrangement for the defection. In the meantime, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has rejected claims that he has pulled out of the 2027 presidential contest, calling the reports false and misleading. Atiku, who was the People's Democratic Party (PDP) candidate in the 2023 election, was said in some reports to have stepped aside for Peter Obi, the Labour Party 2023 presidential candidate. The story also claimed that Atiku supported a one-term presidency for Obi in the interest of regional balance. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT), Nyesom Wike, has taken a swipe at politicians who recently defected to the All Progressive Congress (APC), accusing them of showing loyalty to President Bola Tinubu only after elections were warned. Speaking at a Thanksgiving service hosted by the chairman of the South-South Development Commission, Chibudom Nwochi, and his family in Ochiba community, Ahoda local government of areas of River State, Wike said those now chanting support slogans were nowhere to be found during critical moments. The former Rivers State governor also declared that political activities in Rivers State would formally resume in January 2026. He commended residents of Ahoda East and Ahoda West and mercy and peace across the nation. And mercy and peace across the nation. Now, as Nigeria moves steadily towards the 2027 general elections, debate over economic direction and fiscal management are taking center stage. The African Democratic Congress, ADC, has raised strong concerns over President Bola Tinubu's 2026 budget proposal, describing it as unrealistic and dangerous for the country's future. Political correspondent Ubong Usoro reports.
African Democratic Congress, ADC, has described the 2026 budget proposal presented by President Bola Tinubu as a budget built on quicksand, driven by debt and what it calls wishful thinking. Speaking on global television political program Big Talk, the party's national publicity secretary and former Minister of Youth Development and Sports, Bolaji Abdullahi, said the document lacks fiscal discipline and economic credibility. According to him, a preliminary review by the ADC team of economists shows the 2026 budget merely repeats the failures of the 2024 and 2025 budgets, both of which suffered poor implementation and repeated revisions.
You have not met your production targets in the last 3 years since you've come. You've met your oil production targets. Number two, you are talking about $64 per barrel. What has driven the price of oil is also part of what you are seeing happening in Europe.
Abdullahi accused Tinubu's administration of running multiple national budgets simultaneously, a practice it described as unprecedented and a clear sign of fiscal chaos.
How the quality of life of the citizen, whatever you think you are doing, no matter how brilliant what you think you are doing, no matter how efficient you think your economy is running, in terms of your balance sheet, what matters in the end is, has it improved the quality of life of your citizens?
The ADC spokesperson expressed particular concern over the size of budget deficits, revealing that governments plan to generate 34 trillion naira in revenue while borrowing about 24 trillion naira. The African Democratic Congress says the 2026 budget, now before the National Assembly, is a debt trap disguised as financial planning. As the 2027 elections draw closer, the party insists Nigeria needs a new economic direction anchored on fiscal discipline, credible budgeting, and long-term sustainability. Ubong Usoro for Global Television News.
Now let's move away from politics and tell you that every year, December 26 arrives quietly just after the excitement of Christmas Day. It is called Boxing Day, while the day is often known for sport, sales, or leftovers, its meaning goes much deeper. Our correspondent, Sadia Yakubu, brings us details.
The name Boxing Day dates back hundreds of years. Traditionally, it is a day when boxes of gifts were given to those who had worked through Christmas, servants, tradespeople, and those less privileged. Churches would also open their donation boxes, sharing what had been collected with people in need.
The Boxing Day, in most cases, misconstrued to mean exchange of blows. And I believe that is the first notion that comes when it comes to the issue of Boxing Day. But far from it, it has nothing to do with boxing, it has nothing to do with the exchange of blows. It's primarily gifts you unravel the day after Christmas.
At its heart, Boxing Day is about generosity, not celebration, but gratitude. A reminder that after receiving, we give. Today, Boxing Day has taken on new traditions, but the message still matters. It's a day to slow down, to say thank you, and to think about others, whether through kindness, time, or simply checking in.
Boxing Day is the day for family celebration, food, good music.
Because I'm here with my family.
Okay, why are you here today?
I'm here to play with some of my friends.
Over time, the way we mark Boxing Day has changed. Today, it's known for family time, travel, sports, and modern traditions. Yet, the original meaning still resonates. It's a day to slow down, reflect, and think beyond ourselves. A moment to appreciate what we have and consider others. While Christmas Day celebrates joy and togetherness, Boxing Day does the same. Boxing Day means exchanging of gifts with loved ones. Sadia Yakubu reporting for Global Television News.
Meanwhile, in the spirit of Christmas, homes, streets and public spaces across Nigeria are being transformed with vibrant decorations. From sparkling lights to festive ornaments, Christmas deco adds color and joy to the holiday season. Our correspondent, Saadatu Garba, reports.
Christmas decorations have become a central part of holiday celebrations in Nigeria. Across businesses, public institutions and homes are investing in colorful lights, Christmas trees and festive ornaments to create a cheerful atmosphere. In residential areas, families take pride in the tinsels and sparkling lights, creating photo-worthy scenes that attract visitors and neighbors.
Christmas decoration, I think it reminds everybody that it's actually really Christmas. It adds color and it makes the whole celebration a little bit more exciting.
Shopping malls, hotels, and commercial centers have also embraced the festive spirit. Giant Christmas trees, themed displays, and decorative lighting enhance the shopping experience, drawing in customers and creating lively environments for families. Often organize decoration contests, street light events, and festive exhibitions, fostering community engagement and cultural celebration.
Sometimes the way the lightning, somehow when you see the light, it gives you that.
Seasonal decor items, reflecting the popularity of festive decorations among Nigerians. From traditional themes to modern and digital light displays, the diversity in decor options continue to grow.
Christmas decoration is good for house, for market. As person, if you do decoration for somewhere, it making everywhere beauty, smile. If another person see it, he can do it for his house.
Christmas decorations do more than brighten homes and streets. They bring people together, inspire creativity, and spread joy across communities. As the holiday season unfolds, the sparkling lights and colorful ornaments remind everyone of the festive spirit that defines Christmas. Sarah Tugarba for Global Television.
You're watching the live broadcast of News Express. When News Express returns, Nigeria defeats Tunisia in AFCON clash. Details coming shortly, plus business and foreign stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back from that break, and now to business, where the Federal Ministry of Power has been indicted by the Auditor General of the Federation for financial irregularities and breach of public finance rules. Findings in the Auditor General's 2022 Annual Report on Non-Compliance, Volume 2, revealed multiple infractions at the ministry, ranging from unaccounted funds and procurement violations to unauthorized expenditures. According to the report, irregularities traced to the ministry 2021 financial operations amounted to 100.37 billion naira, raising fresh concerns over internal controls and fiscal discipline within the power sector. The Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority disclosed this in the latest data posted on its website. It says the Port Harcourt Refining Company, which is currently shut down, is still supplying 349,000 litres of automotive gas oil, otherwise known as diesel, daily. The regulatory authority said the refinery, which the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited shut down on May 24, 2025, was still having diesel evacuated into the market daily as of November, while stressing that there are no production activities at the refinery due to its current shutdown mode. The regulatory agency disclosed that the diesel produced before it was shut down was still being evacuated as of November. Still talking business, the shipping branch of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria has frowned at what it described as the continuous casualization of workers by employers of labor within the maritime sector. This is contained in a statement by the head of media and publicity of the union, John Ikemfuna, stating that the shipping branch president of the union, Olufemi Abbas, described the current labor practice in the shipping sector as a slave-driven ideology that prioritizes corporate profits over human dignity. Abbas stressed that many employers are now bypassing labor regulations by outsourcing core duties to third-party contractors. He emphasized that these contractors offer peanuts to workers, effectively institutionalizing casual labor under a different name. And now to news making rounds on the foreign scene. The Central African Republic is holding the presidential election with incumbent President Faustin Archange Touadéra projected to secure another term in the conflict-ridden country. Polling stations opened as today and will close at evening, with 2.3 million voters expected to elect their president, legislators, as well as municipal and regional representatives. Touadéra, who has been in office since 2016, is likely to win the first round of voting. However, if no candidate receives more than 50% of the votes, a runoff of election will be held. And now moving to Europe, where the United Kingdom has imposed visa restrictions on the Democratic Republic of Congo, accusing its government of failing to cooperate with its new policy on the return of undocumented migrants and those who commit criminal offenses. The United Kingdom Home Office announced the measures in a statement, adding that Angola and Namibia have agreed to step up efforts to take back their citizens. The agreement marks the first major change on the sweeping reforms unveiled by the Secretary of State for the Home Department, Shabana Mahmoud, last month to make refugee status temporary and speed up the deportation of those who arrive without document in the UK. However, there is no immediate comment from the DRC, Angola, or Namibia. Somalia has demanded Israel reverse its recognition of the breakaway region of Somaliland, condemning the move as an act of aggression that will never be tolerated. Ali Omar, Somali State Minister for Foreign Affairs, said the government would pursue all available diplomatic means to challenge what he described as an act of state aggression and Israeli interference in the country's internal affairs. The sharp rebuke came a day after Israel became the first nation in the world to formally recognize Somaliland, triggering swift condemnation across African and Arab nations and raising concerns about whether the move was part of an alleged Israeli plan to forcibly displace Palestinians. And now talking sports, Nigeria secured a hard-fought 3-2 victory over Tunisia in an entertaining Africa Cup of Nations encounter, keeping the Super Eagles firmly on course in the tournament. The match lived up to expectations as both sides traded attacks, with Nigeria taking the lead early before Tunisia responded intensively. The Super Eagles showed resilience and composure, converting key chances while maintaining defensive discipline under pressure. Tunisia fought back strongly, reducing the deficit and testing Nigeria's backline in the closing stages, but the Super Eagles held on to secure maximum points. The victory boosts Nigeria's confidence as attention now turns to the next group fixture, where the team will be aiming to build on the momentum. Still talking sports, the Director General of the National Institute for Sport, Philip Shuaib, has unveiled plans to reposition the institute as a world-class center for sports development through a strategic partnership with the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited. The initiative, driven through the Petroleum to People Development Framework, aims to revive the institute's infrastructure, expand athlete development programs, and strengthen Nigeria's sport ecosystem. Under the partnership, the NIS will undergo wide-range reforms covering infrastructure development, modern training facilities, sports science education, and talent identification across the country's 6 geopolitical zones. The Nigeria Football Federation has dismissed report claiming that FIFA has rejected alleged player. The NFF insists the matter is still under review and maintains confidence in due process. Now, as Global TV News Express comes to an end, here is a recap of our top story. The advisor has graduated over 7,000 newly recruited forest guards from 7 frontline states to strengthen security. This in the latest data posted on his website, saying Port Harcourt Refinery Company which is currently shut down, is still supplying 349,000 litres of automotive gas, oil, otherwise known as diesel. On the foreign scene, Somalia has demanded Israel reverse its recognition of the breakaway region of Somaliland, condemning the move as an act of aggression that will never be tolerated. And from sports, we brought to you that the Director General of the National Institute for Sport, Philip Shuaibu, has unveiled plans to reposition the institute as a world-class center for sports development through a strategic partnership with the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited. Now that's it on News Express. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across all our social media platforms now showing on your screen using at Global TV NG. I am Mukhtar Kasim, saying a very big thank you for watching.